JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, woman charged with man's murder in St. James. A St. James woman has been charged with the murder of 35-year-old Richard Baker, otherwise called Jimmy, a laborer of Dallas, Glendevon in the parish, who was shot and killed on the Salt Spring Main Road on Thursday, August 12. Charged is 30-year-old Sudeen Hilton of Beverly Hills, Hendon, Norwood. Reports from the St. James police are that about 6 p.m., Baker was driving his white Toyota Crown motor car and stopped to make checks on his vehicle when a white Toyota Axo drove up beside him and opened gunfire in his direction. Baker, who was still able to operate his motor car, drove in the direction of the policemen who were in the vicinity. He was assisted to the police service unit and was able to assist the lawmen in capturing the suspect, who was still in the area, the police said, adding that Baker was then taken to the hospital where he was treated and later succumbed to his injuries. On Sunday, August 15, Hilton was charged after an interview in the presence of her attorney. Her court date is being finalized. Portland businessman charged with fraud. Portland businessman, 36-year-old Donovan Thompson, otherwise called Free, has been charged by detectives attached to the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch CTOC with fraud. Thompson, who is of a Norwich Heights address, was charged on Monday with fraudulent conversion arising from allegations relating to the purchasing of motor vehicles. It has been alleged that between April 2020 and May 2021, the complainant paid Thompson approximately $3,150,000 in order for him to buy 2 motor vehicles. The police say after not receiving the vehicles by the agreed time, the complainant demanded the cars or his money back. However, neither was forthcoming, and the complainant reported the matter to the police's fraud squad. Thompson later surrendered to detectives and was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. Westmoreland farmer charged with murder. Detectives assigned to the Savlamar Police Division arrested and charged a man for the murder of 45-year-old Lincoln Stewart, a laborer of Ashton District in Betheltown, Westmoreland, on Friday, July 16. Charged is 25-year-old Aldino Washington, otherwise called DC. A farmer who is also of an Ashton address. Reports are that about 9:45 p.m., the accused was seen burying a large object on a section of a farm in the community. On Wednesday, July 21, a resident discovered the body of the victim and summoned the police. On their arrival, the police found Stewart's body in a decomposing state. The scene was processed and the body removed. Subsequently, investigations commenced, and on Tuesday, August 17, the accused, accompanied by his attorney, turned himself over to the police. He was then formally charged for the offense. His court date is being finalized. Hunt on for man who lured away and raped 11-year-old girl in Manchester. The Manchester police are searching for a man who allegedly raped an 11-year-old girl in the parish on Saturday. The incident happened in Knockpatrick district. Reports are that the girl was in Mandeville, waiting to board a taxi, when she was approached by the man who offered her a lift home. The child was taken to Knockpatrick district, where she was reportedly sexually assaulted. There has been a 100% increase in the number of rapes that have been reported in the Manchester Police Division in 2021 up to August 7, in comparison to the same period last year. According to statistics provided by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, there have been 16 reported incidents of rape in the parish this year compared to 8 for the corresponding period last year. Overall, there has been a 31.5% reduction in incidents of rape island-wide in 2021 when compared to the corresponding period last year. Several roads still impassable following passage of Tropical Storm Grace. The National Works Agency is reporting that 11 roads in St. Catherine and Clarendon remain impassable following the passage of Tropical Storm Grace. NWA Communication Manager Stephen Shaw says most of the roads are blocked by downed trees. Teams have been deployed to restore access to the roads, including the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine, which has been closed since Tuesday. Mr. Shaw said a risk assessment will be conducted on the gorge to determine when it can be opened, as there is currently debris lodged against the flat bridge and debris and boulders on the road. The NAA communication manager said an assessment is also being done of the overall damage caused by Tropical Storm Grace. The early indications are that we didn't get too much damage insofar as our infrastructure is concerned. We generally look at our bridges. The bridges are generally expensive to reconstruct, and our roads that are significantly eroded too. Those are generally very expensive to repair. I haven't seen any of that or much of that coming out of this particular system, he revealed. 44 more beds for Savlamar Hospital. There will soon be a 30-bed field hospital available for those seeking treatment at the Savlamar Hospital in Westmoreland, where nurses yesterday very vocally spoke about the strain they and the facility are under from COVID-19 cases. Another 14 beds will be added after an area of the hospital is transformed into an additional isolation center. Meanwhile, the Western Regional Health Authority, WRHA, has described as a misunderstanding the circumstances that led to Tuesday's walkout by staff from the Accident and Emergency A&E ward. Plans were already in place to put a field hospital at the Savlamar Public General Hospital in Westmoreland, and coincidentally, the tents were delivered on Tuesday, WRHA Chairman Eric Clark said on Wednesday. The hospital has 32 isolation beds, and we have 84 patients as of August 17. It's really about space a bed, so that people don't have to be in wheelchairs or lying on chairs, which is a problem which unfortunately happens from time to time. Clark said miscommunication had led to the nurses' protest and called for the facility to be deemed an emergency zone in response to the challenges being faced with handling COVID-19 cases. According to Clark, the hospital had been declared an emergency zone from August 12, which meant it would only accept critical cases. As usually happens, when a hospital's patient count exceeds its capacity, all non-critical cases are sent to other hospitals. He added that plans are already in motion to rectify many of the issues that were raised by the nurses during Tuesday's standoff. Efforts are underway, he said, to hire additional staff pending approval by the Health Ministry to fix the malfunctioning air conditioning unit and provide much-needed equipment. He also pointed to the alarming numbers as the novel coronavirus continues to ravage the parish and the challenges with overcoming vaccine hesitancy. Westmoreland is the parish most affected within the region by COVID-19, Clark said. The death rate between the 8th and 15th of this month were 29 COVID-19 related deaths. He added that Westmoreland is the least vaccinated parish, a little below the 10% seen in other areas. Last Sunday, we had 76 patients at Savlamar Public General Hospital in serious or critical condition, Clark explained. 75% of those patients had not received any COVID vaccine, and one patient had only received one vaccine. So what we're seeing is the unvaccinated ones in the serious to critical conditions. So I really want to appeal to everybody. If you have been sitting on the fence and thinking about taking the vaccine, please go and get your vaccine. The vaccine drive continues on a daily basis across the region. No appointment is required. Police dispatch system being upgraded. The Jamaica Constabulary Forces computer-aided dispatch system is being upgraded as part of efforts to improve the efficiency of police service delivery. Senior Director in the Ministry of National Security's Major Technology Transformation Branch, Arvel Grant, told JIS News that the upgrade aims to reduce call handling and incident response time and increase efficiency when responding to emergencies. He said it will lead to less manual data recording, more automation of the processes, and allow the JCF to deploy resources more efficiently island-wide. This is a system they use to record incidents. When you call 119 to monitor where vehicles are located and to ensure that they assign the response request to the nearest unit. So, if an incident comes in, they can see where the vehicles are and ensure that they are in contact with the nearest vehicle to respond to the incident, he said. Additionally, Grant said the JCF communication network is being expanded to boost connectivity at police facilities. We completed an upgrade last year that tripled the amount of bandwidth that can be carried on the network. That was the first step, and now we're in the planning stages to expand the network to more police facilities, he shared. Grant said with approximately 220 police facilities island-wide, the network expansion is being undertaken to bolster connectivity at each point. We are doing, among other things, some more preliminary work and feasibility studies before the next phase of expansion, he said, adding that the results of the upgrade have been positive so far. Jamaica records 19 more COVID deaths, 289 new COVID cases. Jamaica recorded 289 new COVID-19 cases and 19 deaths on Tuesday, bringing the infection total to 59,377 and the virus death toll to 1,339. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported that the new cases comprise 179 females and 110 males with ages ranging from 6 months to 94 years. The cases were recorded in Westmoreland, 83, Kingston and St. Andrew, 80, St. Catherine, 38, St. James, 31, St. Anne, 13, Manchester, 12, Trelawney, 11, Portland, 8, St. Elizabeth, 7, and Hanover, 6. The latest deceased include a 57-year-old male, a 66-year-old male, a 50-year-old male, a 75-year-old male, a 47-year-old female, a 64-year-old female, a 65-year-old female, all from Westmoreland, a 67-year-old female, a 94-year-old female, and an 83-year-old male from St. Anne, a 77-year-old male, a 77-year-old female, a 52-year-old female, and a 58-year-old male from St. Catherine, a 44-year-old male, and a 65-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 58-year-old female from St. James, a 39-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, and a 63-year-old female from Hanover. Jamaica has 10,095 active cases after 30 people recovered from the virus, bringing the total number of recoveries to 47,570. Currently, 494 people are hospitalized, 32 of which are critically ill, while 111 are moderately ill. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.